From bussing tables to serving to becoming a general manager, for Joshua Johnson, doing just about every restaurant job has helped him become a better restaurant owner.
And he's the owner of Shauna's Caribbean Soul Food in Orlando, running a restaurant that wasn't a long-term goal for him. But when Johnson was presented with a new career opportunity, he knew he had the experience and the knowledge to make it all happen.
I caught up with Joshua Johnson as part of our coverage of Black-Owned Business Month. Feeding NBA players last year has only helped Shauna's maintain a high level of quality.
Tell us the story as to how Shauna's came to be.
So to make it simple as possible, I've been to over 35 different countries. And every time I went to a new country, I realized that all the best restaurants were always small mom and pop restaurants. For the past 10 years, I lived in New York. And again, all the best restaurants we have are always small mom and pop restaurants. I'm originally from here.
Okay.
I came to visit my nieces, my mom, and my brother, and I wanted something soulful, a little bit of mix of Caribbean. And I was driving down the road, and all I saw was Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Burger King. I have no problems with these places. I eat at these places, but I'm like, wait, where's the small mom and pop stores? And I saw there were none, and pretty much that's why I opened up a restaurant, because I saw there was a need for fresh to cook order food.
So who is Shauna? Where did this name come from?
So it's actually, some people think it's my mom, but it's actually named after nobody. It's a name I've always loved. Yeah. Growing up, it sounds very loving, very warm, like a nice place you want to go to enjoy with your family. So that's where the name comes from. I think I was in 6th or 7th grade. Someone was named Shauna, and I remember thinking, "Oh man, I really like that name." And ever since then, it's always been a name that I've loved so much.
What is Caribbean soul food?
So a lot of people think it's a mashup. So it's actually not a mashup. When we say Caribbean soul food, we're meaning that we have Caribbean dishes and we have soul food dishes.
Oh.
So the confusion, which I could see, some people think it's soul food with a mix of Caribbean flair. No, it just means we've perfected Caribbean dishes along with soul food dishes. So that's pretty much as simple as I can do. It's just two different dishes.
How has life in the restaurant world evolved for you? Or did the NBA bubble, did it bring any new opportunities or experiences for you since then?
Well, for sure, anytime you have LeBron James involved, everything gets quadrupled and so on and so forth. So yeah, right after the bubble, we got so many write-ups, so many media requests, so many awards, because it put us on a platform instead of being a local smaller gym. It pretty much put us on a national spotlight. Whereas when people were coming to town to come to Disney World, they would have seen our story. That NBA fans, they would see our story hey, we're going to Disney World. Oh, what about that restaurant that was on the NBA bubble? Let's go check them out. So through the NBA bubble, that's been amazing because of everyone looking us up now, because we're on a national spotlight now.
I imagine when you opened the restaurant, you never thought something like that was going to happen right off the bat.
No, and it's always a crazy story that I tell people. I don't think people realize that once the NBA came along, we were only open for 4 months.
Wow.
And so I always say, whoever had the idea of adding us on, they got a huge pay raise, because to take a chance on a small mom and pop restaurant, because if we're cooking for me and you, it's easier. But now we're cooking for 40, 50, 60 players at one time. To keep the quality high is very important. So I tell people, whoever made that choice, they got a big pay raise, because we really knocked it out of the park.
Why do you think it's important for people to support Black-owned businesses and make a conscious effort of seeking out Black-owned businesses to support and give money to?
Just seeing another Black person be successful makes them realize that it's also possible for them too. And I'm actually using myself as an example. Even though I didn't want to open up a restaurant, I saw other, Black entrepreneurs, doing things, whether it be social media or in person. And that gave me confidence to be hey, this money is out here for everybody. It's not just for white people. It's not just out for Mexican people or Asian people. I can be successful just like they can, because look, they're doing it too.
I love talking to him, and he said anyone who's interested in opening a business and doesn't know how to write a business plan, he is always willing to help. He said just send him a message on Instagram. He says his information is free.
That's an inspiration too.
Yes.
I mean, during the time when the bubble happened,
right.
and just all those businesses
Yes.
who were able to help out, it was a win-win situation. Now, as far as what to pick from the menu,
The big question.
Yeah,
Yes.
the dish that he recommends is Shauna's fried chicken. It's made fresh to order every time, but I mean, they have turkey. They have
Yeah, you've got the menu pulled up.
oxtails.
Yeah,
I know. I'm
stop
over
it.
here. Jerk chicken spice tacos.
Yum.
Yeah, it all sounds good.
And it was funny how he says he's used to like feeding 1 or 2 people at a time, but he's talking about 40, 50 people.
Yeah.
But these are also athletes who I'm assuming
Yes.
consume a
Lots
lot
of
more
calories.
calories
Yeah.
than we do.
Yeah.
So kudos to them.
Yeah.